Hey guys, BoarControl back once again, this time with some Dragon Hunter. Now, this deck, I'm sure you've seen lots of it on the ladder. This is the most common build here of the list. I'm going to talk about the deck, and we're going to talk about Mulligan decisions, then we'll do some gameplay afterwards. So if you just want to see Mulligans, you can skip forward to the Mulligans. If you want to see gameplay, you can skip forward to the gameplay for an out-of-box deck, card replacements and stuff. So this year, most common list, in terms of cards, I'd say you can't really change much. If you're missing some of the cards, maybe you're missing Dragonbane. It's not essential to the deck. You could play something else in this list. You could play another dragon if you wanted to. You could play some more early games. Like another dragon would be maybe Amalgam. You could also play Injured Tolver as a replacement if you're missing a card. I would say, however, cards like Rottennest Drake from the Adventure are core. This is one of the best cards in the deck and why the deck is playable. Stormhammer is like also 100% core. Everything else pretty core. In terms of secrets, Freezing Snake, this is the most common combination. So if you're playing against opponents who are thinking, that's what they'll play around. So what you could do is what you want to kind of be doing is playing what people aren't expecting. So I've run into people on High Legend and they're playing like 2 Freezing or 2 Snake, and then some people are playing Explosive Trap. And basically what you want to do is be playing the secrets people aren't expecting, so that way people play around the wrong ones, right? But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to play the most standard list, but you could change the secrets if you want to mind game your opponents. It's something that's quite a unique strategy to the secret classes, right? But yeah, that's pretty much the list. I will now go into the Mulligans to talk about that. Okay, so here we have the Mulligan page. I'll start off by showing the matchups for Dragon Hunter. This is looking at Legend to 5 on HS Replay. Maybe there's enough data for Legend only. Not that much data, but yeah. Loses to Warrior, loses to Galacon Rogue, destroys Mage, beats Druid. That's generally how it goes. Other classes, Priest. Looks like it's beating Priest. Versus Paladin. Mech Paladin's the worst matchup for the deck. So if you're looking to beat Hunter, Mech Paladin's the way to go. Shaman not really a class, and it does also seem 50-50 against Galacon Warlock, so pretty close there, but yeah, that's the general thing. It does get better against Rogue at lower ranks as well. So yeah, definitely should get Legend with this deck. It's a pretty good deck. Now let's talk about Mulligan besides things that people are doing wrong commonly. So we'll just have a quick look at like what cards people are keeping compared to their win rates, like what cards are overkept. You can really see here Fairy Dragon looks a little overkept compared to other cards. Stormhammer, because it's a weapon, people don't keep 2 copies of it, right? Which is why the kept percentage is a bit low, but you should always keep Stormhammer. Always keep 1 copy of Stormhammer. It's the most important card in the deck. Frenzied Fellwing, this is one of those cards which kind of has a high Mulligan win rate, but its kept percentage should be relatively low, because you wouldn't keep this unless you already have like the Blazing Battle Mage, or you're on the coin and you have the Fairy Dragon maybe. Because if you keep this and you don't have the early game to push the damage, right, it's going to be useless. So got to watch out for that one. In terms of other cards, looks like Primordial Explorer and Corrosive Breath both overkept here compared to their win rates. These cards, I would personally never keep these cards, pretty much. So not quite sure. Yeah, don't think they should be kept at all. Same with the Faewing. The only cards you should really be keeping, I think, are the Stormhammer, Battle Mage, Base Stalker, this Frenzy Foe in the good hand, Dwarven Sharpshooter 2, get a 1-drop. And then if you're on the coin and you already have like Stormhammer, a 1-drop, a 2-drop, then Rottennest Drake seems like a good keep. So I think this card's underkept. You can really see how good it is. This card always ends the game against me. I'm always like, as long as they don't have the Rottennest Drake. So if you already have the good early game, I'd definitely be looking to keep the Rottennest Drake. But we can look at individual matchups now. You're a very proactive deck, so it doesn't change too much based on what you're facing. But yeah, against Druid, same cards as normal that you want. Looking for these powerhouses. In the mirror, we're seeing the same cards every time here. Yeah, Corrosive Breath a bit higher up here. But still, I don't want to keep reactive card. I want to go for the proactive hand. You see how much higher win rate these cards are? Versus Mage, again, same proactive cards. Here, the Dragonbane gets a bit better, because Mage doesn't have too many minis. You could maybe keep this if you already have a good hand. Yeah, you can see also the Dwarven Sharpshooter only has 1 attack, so it gets a lot worse here, but it's kept so much, right? So you could mold the Sharpshooter if you already have Blazing Battle Mage or you're on the coin with Fairy Dragon. You can definitely get rid of the Sharpshooter if you do it, because you want to increase the chance of hitting Stormhammer if you don't have it in your hand. Versus Paladin. Yeah, this is the toughest matchup. The Dwarven Sharpshooter, this is like because of Mech Paladin. Yeah, the one attack creature. I think you should still keep Stormhammer and just hope they don't have that good a hand. There's not much you can do against Paladin, just hope for the best. Versus Priest, yeah, similar story here with the cards. Rottnest Drake does get better against the slower decks. Versus Rogue, yeah, the Fairy Dragon gets a lot better against Rogue, the reactive decks. Shaman's not really a class. Yeah, versus Warlock. Yeah, pretty simple stuff with this deck. Same cards all the time. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Mulligans. If you do have any questions, I've kind of gone over this fast. Just ask in the comment section below. You can also send screenshots of Mulligans if you want. But yeah, well, I'll show some gameplay now. Maybe that'll be a bit more useful. Okay, so here we are. Number 88 on the ladder. Found a warrior. This matchup considered to be slightly unfavourable. But there are definitely ways of winning this matchup. You really don't have to get that aggro against warrior. Warrior can easily run out of cards, become depleted in hand without Galakond. And with cards like Rottnest Drake going for 2 for 1, you can definitely outvalue them. Keeping Rottnest Drake with this hand, no. Never keep a secret. Corrosive Breath, no. Just gonna morph those high win rate cards. This hand already looking better. Give you a quick glance at the warrior win rates again. You can see there, Stormhammer, Battle Mage, Face Stalker, Frenzied. Okay. One thing to know about this deck is Stormhammer. If you have dragons in hand, you can swing straight away with it because it's very hard to run out of charges. Like if I draw Stormhammer and my Fairy Dragon happens to die, I'll definitely swing with it because my hand is all dragons. Yeah, you just have to. Sometimes you might need to just like count lethal setups. Sometimes you just have to play to like Leroy top deck outs and things. Like when you play a deck with such a small hand size, you end up needing to play with your deck a bit more, hoping for certain draws. But yeah, not much going on here. He seems to be passing a lot here, but just gonna play the 3-drop. So these are the decisions you have to make a lot. I already have 2 evasive Fey Wings, so picking a 3rd, like, seems kind of pointless. Dragonlord Scorcher, they don't really play that many 1-health minions. In fact, they want their minions to be damaged by 1, so it looks like I'm going to just pick the expensive one. This game can get very grindy against Warrior. Looks like this could be a Control Warrior. I mean, he's not doing anything. Okay, not Control Warrior, that's been confirmed. We could have a second one of these in hand. It's very reasonable. I could go for the Face Stalker plus Hero Power, but this is just so much more pressure. It's important to try and keep a dragon in hand, just in case you draw Rottnest Drake and Corrosive Breath. Especially when you've got 4 of them in your deck. I mean, here I have so many dragons, but that's just something worth considering in some of the games. Okay, he's pretty desperate this game. This picks up the Freezing Trap. We Hero Power. You do want to spend all your mana each turn though. That trade's always happening. You don't want to have both secrets up at once because they know then it's Snake and Freezing. You want to do the secrets one at a time. I think I will just get the secret down here. Like, this could be Snake Trap from his perspective, right? So if he doesn't really want to just play like Shield of Galakond and hit this. But he's doing it. I was kind of hoping I could put him off doing this with this play, but okay, sweet. Well, this trick is insane here. I mean, this guy didn't have a very good hand, but this is what you do as Dragon Hunter: is you ask the questions. If the opponent doesn't have the answers, you win. If the opponent has the answers, you lose. This is just the nature of an aggro deck. You're the one posing the questions. Yep, so he's on 9. Oh, Oh, yeah, easy lethal here. I mean, this is just a pretty run-of-the-mill. I play my aggressive card, he doesn't have answers. A lot of the time you just have to sort of hope your opponent doesn't have a good response to your cards, just sort of play them and hope. Okay, we're against the rogue. Okay, looking at the cards being drawn, tracking never a card you want to keep. So we can already see this hand coming together quite nicely. Coin the Fairy Dragon, and then Hero Power Fellwing. They have to have the Pharaoh Cat to contest the Fairy Dragon. Stormhammer, with Stormhammer you automatically can keep more cards as well, right? But like, this just seems super strong. Okay, unfortunately he has the Pharaoh Cat. But I've drawn the Phase Stalker now. So, Phase Stalker, you want to coin it because you want a Hero Power on 2, and then you want a weapon on 3, right? So I'm just gonna make him have the backstab. I mean, if Rogue draws Pharaoh Cat and backstab, then you're pretty screwed. That's just the nature of how it is. So Hero Pass, you've got Secret Gear. I think I have to go face regardless to get the Frenzied down. He ends up freezing trapping Faceless Lackey though. But I miss out on the 3-3. So what happens is this gets frozen, this trades the Faceless Lackey, he replays this. And my alternative play is just... I think I just have to get the 3-3 down. He doesn't know it's freezing trap, but he'll still attack with the 1-1 first. Obviously this is just a very strong start from Rogue. Yeah, I have the Stormhammer, that's the key. The key to victory. So since I have 2 dragons in hand, I can swing without a dragon on board. Everyone has demons? Actually, I'm the only player with a demon here, mate. And it's time to start pounding his face. I'm looking for a plan to kill Shield of Galacrons. I don't really have one. I guess I have to just hope we top deck. Yeah, so next turn looking like Feywing. Oh no, his demons got buffed. I know, maybe I should have killed this. I could have killed this last turn. So, I should probably kill it because, Faceless Corruptor now isn't playable, right? I probably should have hit it last turn. I mean, not necessarily. We didn't know his turn would be I was thinking I was too far behind on board, so I was just giving up board. But now that we can deny Faceless Corruptor, it's just worth it to kill their 1 minion. It's also kind of nice when they have a narrow board. Because when your opponent has a narrow board, it means that any top deck of Honest Drake is way better. Yeah, so this is pretty easy Corrosive Breath turn. This Big Ol' Up's just too slow. Important against Rogue, put your can't be targeted minions in the middle to play around Betrayal of Ethereal Lackey. It's a small thing, right? Okay. Cobalt Lackey plus Miscreant. There's Ethereal Lackey. Yeah, it's the Taunt Lackeys that can get pretty annoying. I'm not too worried. Next turn, always want to be weaving in this Hero Power. So Hero Power Feywing. He could pick up a 7/7 Taunt off this. He did pick this very fast. Now he just concedes. Sweet. Yep, 2 pretty simple games there with Dragon Hunter. That's how it goes. The deck isn't too complicated. Play your guys, go face. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up this Dragon Hunter video. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. I will be making more videos like this for other decks, so stay tuned, subscribe, and they will be straight into your feed. Also, streaming daily on Twitch. You might see some of this deck if you want to see other matchups. You can also ask questions there. You'll definitely get an answer if you ask in my Twitch chat. But yeah, that's it for now. Have a good day, guys. I will catch you in the next video.